Good Friday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day and seasonal forecasting at its finest since 1982. And this is the last Friday of the month of August 2015. Absolutely beautiful, incredible start to your morning on your way out the door this morning. We've got temperatures in the upper 40s across interior valleys like Morristown and Sussex County, New Jersey. Dew points in the upper 40s to low 50s, very calm winds, and just absolutely gorgeous, spectacular clear skies across most of the forecast region. And that weather is going to continue over the weekend with an increase and an uptick in humidity by Sunday and early next week, but this is just a gorgeous start. Surface chart from WeatherRoanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows the reason why we've got high pressure over the Ohio River Valley area extending all the way into the northern mid-Atlantic states with light winds and clear skies. Beautiful dry conditions right now. Morning pass of the visible satellite this morning shows the clear skies over the forecast region and subsidence, meaning that air is sinking in this area. This is a little jet streak here to our north and west. Subsidence occurring underneath the ridge with mostly clear skies. Any of these clouds that are of the high variety or the mid and high variety will begin to mix out during the morning hours. Absolutely no precipitation today, and none is expected right through the weekend. Of course, the pollen forecast for ragweed, chenopod's, and nettles continues on the high side with no precipitation and no end to this in sight. Ultraviolet index will continue on the high side between 7 and 9 through the weekend into early next week. And if you're getting an early start getting to the beaches today for New York and Long Island beaches, going to be a beautiful day. Low threat of rip currents across the region, but never swim alone. Lightning threat none today. Surf around 2 feet. Water temperatures upper 70s. North winds at around 5 to 10 becoming west this afternoon. The next high tide at Rockaway Inlet will be at 7:19 this evening. It's already occurred this morning. Low tide coming in at 12:44 or 12:58 after noontime today. And for the New Jersey beaches, basically sunny skies today. Temperatures upper 70s. North winds becoming southeast in the afternoon. Seas around 3 feet. Beautiful. And the temperatures in the surf zone will be in the mid-70s. Ultraviolet index is high. Low threat of rip currents today. No threat of lightning. The next high tide at Belmar will be at 6:52 this evening. Beautiful weather conditions today for flying and right through the weekend too. VFR today, tonight, and right into next week as well. Light northwest winds, about 5 knots or less this morning, 5 to 10 during the day. Nearly calm winds expected tonight. Saturday through Tuesday, VFR most of the time. Patchy pre-dawn fog possible in rural areas. Widely scattered thunderstorms possible Tuesday afternoon, but just stellar weather. You couldn't ask for better weather. 63 degrees right now at Newark, dew point 53. Wind is northwest at 6. Visibility 10 miles, few clouds at 25,000. VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia this morning's looking right already. 64 degrees, dew point 54. Humidity is 70%. The wind is north at about 5. Few clouds at 7,000. VFR conditions in place. Here now is the very latest on Tropical Storm Erika. Very heavy rain continues to affect the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico this morning. Right now, as of 5 a.m., the location is at 17.7 north, 67.7 west, about 155 miles of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and about 430 miles east-southeast of Great Anguilla Island. Maximum sustained winds about 50 miles an hour. Present movement west-northwest at about 17 miles an hour. Now, the government of the Dominican Republic has issued a tropical storm warning for the south coast and Dominican Republic west of Isla Sona. I hope I pronounced that right. And the Bahamas has issued a tropical storm warning for the central Bahamas, including Cat Island, the Exumas, Long Island, Rum Cay, and San Salvador. Again, tropical storm warnings continue in effect for Puerto Rico, VKs, Culebra, U.S. Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Southeastern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Central Bahamas, St. Martin, and St. Bartholomew. Tropical storm watch is still in effect for northwestern Bahamas. Basically, this is what's going on here. And right now, currently, this is a consensus of the cone of spread here, moving it up and away from the island chain and then through Florida right through Wednesday morning as a tropical storm. Now, basically, the spread of this will continue to move with little change in strength over the next 48 hours on this forecasted track. The center of Erika will move over the Dominican Republic today, which it's right on target for doing. And then it will move through the Turks and Caicos Islands tonight and move near the central and northwestern Bahamas Saturday and Saturday night. Maximum sustained winds are still at 50 and followed by little change in strength through Saturday expected. Now, tropical storm force winds extend outward up to about 150 miles to the north and east of the center, and a weather flow station in Las Muertas, Puerto Rico, recently reported a wind of 52 miles per hour. Tropical storm conditions currently affecting the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico will continue for the next several days before subsiding later today. Rainfall from America expected to be anywhere from 4 to 8 inches, with maximum amounts up to 12 inches possible across portions of the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic and Haiti, Turks and Caicos Islands, and southeastern and central Bahamas through Saturday. And these rain totals could cause life-threatening flash floods and mudslides. And we'll continue to monitor this throughout the next several days. And the cone here is forecasted to take this storm up and right through central Florida, from southern Florida through central Florida. Right now there is a large spread of variability. Some models bring it this way, other models bring it this way, and then move it into the southeastern coast before dissipating into a subtropical low or extratropical low. Here's our old frontal boundary, and of course the dry air in place over the northern mid-Atlantic region. Forecasted charts here through the next several days into early next week for the northern mid-Atlantic and for the country as a whole here. There's our nearly stationary front. It caused some storms here. We've had some funnel reports of water spouts, even tornadic activity yesterday across central and southern Florida on both sides of the coast. This is only going to get worse as we get into the next several days as Erica begins to move towards Florida's coast and, of course, the Bahamas as well. For our region, high pressure will be in control, and it looks to stay in control right into the beginning and middle part of next week. And the chances for precipitation will be increasing. Tropical storm Erica is now forecasted to move somewhere near or through southern Florida by Tuesday and Wednesday, with a location variable in location by the early part of next week. And what the model trends want to do with Erica, whether it wants to linger it across and off the southeastern coast here as a tropical storm or a low threat hurricane here, would be producing numerous rain bands, high surf, and dangerous rip currents as well for the southeastern coast, anywhere from, let's say, Georgia, South Carolina, and of course Florida here. And these are the consensus forecasts right now, but we don't know which location this is going to take, if it's going to move it further into the Gulf and then it move into southeastern United States and then dissipate as an extratropical or subtropical low and bring much needed rain to this area of the country, or whether it's still going to be along and off the northern or southern mid-Atlantic coast states. But we know one thing for sure: it's going to have a heck of a fight with high pressure at both surface and aloft, contributing to generally dry conditions right into the middle part of next week. Outlier would be a few widely scattered showers on Tuesday afternoon. Latest 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day shows above normal temperatures and generally below normal precipitation across the forecast region, taking us into the first 10 days of September. Obviously, there's going to be a large amount of problems for people that are down in this area vacationing, and also if you're on cruise ships across the region during the next couple of days. So you're really just going to have to monitor the current situation. Now, the GEM model from last night, it takes a storm through Florida as a tropical storm here, right through southern Florida, central Florida, producing moderate to heavy rain bands, possible flooding concerns, localized heavy downpours and thunderstorms with damaging winds, also possible with landfalling storms of this nature, and of course high rip currents, high surf, and also basically a dangerous situation. Much needed rain but severe weather across this portion. Now, last night, unlike the other times, if we can get to this, I seem to have lost the mouse here. Okay, yeah, we got it back. Sorry about that. Computer glitches again. Here we go. The storm moves inland and then continues to provide moderate to heavy flooding rains around the rain bands of Erica as it moves into Georgia and South Carolina and parts of North Carolina. And then it just moves it up into the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley as it's filling and weakening, but provides lifting and then eventual heavy to moderate bands of rain moving into this region. Whether this solution is correct, we just don't know. It's too far yet into the future. GFS is beginning to see the same kind of idea. This is off the morning run here. Here comes Erica into Florida or just offshore with moderate to heavy rain bands and dangerous surf and high surf and dangerous rip current conditions, moderate to heavy rain. As one would expect, some inundation of coastal flooding could be possible too with the strong onshore winds. But notice the high in control here. So there's a block here that's going on in the northern mid-Atlantic and across our forecast region. So the storm has nowhere to go except just spin around this region, and the GFS just wants to keep it tugged in across Florida and eventually just keeps it on spinning basically over the same locations with moderate to heavy rain bands, thunderstorms, dangerous rip currents across this region in southern Florida and along the southeastern United States coast through Saturday. And eventually it just wants to take the storm. Eventually it's just going to get caught up in actually upper level trough and cold front moving through the middle part of next week. It wants to take the low then further off into the Atlantic, and bye-bye it goes out into the Atlantic with a strong cold front moving through our region at the end of next week. But again, this solution is possible and probable, but not likely. And so we'll be following everything live on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, as well as our websites here for Tropical Storm Erika and its concerns and impacts along the southeastern United States coast during this weekend as well in live fashion. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a pleasant weekend, and we'll see you bright and early in video form on Monday.